All right, out in the garage again. Today I'm going to work on polishing up the motor that I got out last week. I actually already started some of it. You can see the top came out pretty good. I'm going to polish it a little more yet, but it's getting there already. But I just kind of want to give a little demo on what I do to polish these motors up. Give you an idea how dirty it was before. That's kind of what the whole motor looked like. Like I said, I got it partially cleaned up already. You know, there's some of it that's still kind of nasty and corroded. But anyway, pretty much what I use a cheap Ryobi drill. I think was like 29 bucks at the big box store with the wire wheel, and I use that to get all the big areas first. Then to get in all the nooks and crannies, I use a Dremel tool, and pretty much these three style bits right here. This is to get into really tight areas. This is nice for some of the in-between areas, and then I got this style here which I finish up with. But also, this is Dremel brand, just to give you an idea. One of these is like $5. This right here, this was a pack of 45 on eBay, and I think it came to like 11 bucks shipped. Took a little while to get here. It was actually still in the U.S. It didn't come from overseas, but it still took about a week to get here. But well worth the wait, because one $5, 45 is 11 bucks. But I will tell you, the original ones, the actual Dremel ones, last 4 times as long. These will definitely burn up a lot quicker. They start to splinter. The little wire pieces start to fly off. But still, if you do the math, I don't know, these work out to be like 40 cents a piece or something like that. I don't even know if it's that. And, you know, even when you equate it to these going 4 times as long, it's still worth it to have these. I'll go through pretty much every one of these to polish up this motor. And then I'll usually get 1 or 2 of the good ones, and that's what I'll finish up with. In fact, I usually have a couple brass ones too, and that'll get you a little more fine polish.
20 minutes later.
Okay, made some progress with the Dremel tool. Gotten a lot of the nooks and crannies. Starting to look better already. At this point, what I do is I take a wire brush like this here. You can get them at your big box store. I usually get a couple of these and a couple of the toothbrush size. And I just go around and wire brush it. And basically what that does is it gets out some of the inconsistencies that the Dremel leaves behind. Leaves little swirl marks and little marks here and there. So again, I just go around with this, and that actually cleans them up and gives it a little more consistent look. So I'm going to continue on the other side, and I'll be back.
Day 2.
Okay, that's the bottom of the motor. It's coming along. It was pretty greasy, so I took some spray bottle degreaser and sprayed that on there, let it sit for a little bit. Scrubbed it up with the wire brush a little bit and wiped it down, and then I used a big wire wheel on the drill and that's probably like 5 minutes, 6 minutes worth of work right there. So it's starting to shape up pretty quick. And it's the bottom, so I'm not going to go completely crazy, but I definitely want to get all the grease off and get a little bit of shine to it. Okay, there's the bottom all finished up. Yeah, I could go a little more on it, but again, that's the bottom. Nobody's ever really going to see it, but I wanted to get the 30 years of gunk off of it. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to continue. I think I got one more side on the top. All right, just about finished up with the motor. I just want to give you a look at it. It's what she looks like now. I grabbed an old motor I had out of the shed. This is from a 230S. Similar, but a little bit different motor if you know anything about them. The 230S is a kick start. This is a pull start / electric start. But I just put that next to give you an idea what this one here used to look like. And when I first got the ATV, it definitely looked that bad. So it's come a long way. Like I mentioned before, this is still being painted in a new decal, so I'm not really done, but the motor is pretty well ready to go. I'll end up, just before I put it in, I'll go through and I'll touch up little spots here and there, but that's about, I broke it up with 3 nights. It's probably a little over an hour each night, so you're going to have a little over 3 hours into cleaning up that motor, so you got to be patient, but, you know, if you're like me, to me it's worth it. This is what's left of the bits. These are all the used ones. Like I said, the Chinese ones start to splinter on you, and that's the small ones, the detail ones. You use a lot of these, so if you do order these, definitely get more of those if you can. These are new ones that are left. These you use the least, but they come in handy in a few spots, and you use a decent amount of these too, but the small ones you're going to use a lot of. So that's it for now. I got a couple new videos coming out, so look out for those. Yeah, so subscribe and hit the little bell, and you'll know when new videos are coming out.